the various shortcomings that we have in Nigeria as an economy, ranging from the financial sector to the agricultural sector. The DG or incoming DG or DG designate of SEC, first I want to commend you. I'm meeting you for the very first time, and I'm so proud of you. So fast. And I want to believe that you're going to bring to bear your experiences to manage and turn around the fortune of SEC. Some of us have been in this market for so many years. There are so many issues that you need to address at SEC to encourage investors to patronize the Nigerian Stock Exchange, to patronize the Nigerian capital market, and then to patronize these incoming commodities market, exchange market, commodities exchange market. Having said that, I want to dwell briefly on the issue of exportation of finished products. It is a very encouraging way to go, but we also have to contend with the issue of production in Nigeria. The lack of power, adequate power. Then the issue of insecurity. I want to believe that while we may be willing to go into production the way we are talking about, that we should try and transform or convert the raw materials into finished products. We should also be very mindful of the challenges of production in Nigeria. In particular, like I said, cost of production. You realize that some of the items that are imported into Nigeria today, producing them in Nigeria, okay, is much more expensive than importing them because of our cost of production. So I think we need to be very mindful of that. So while we are thinking of encouraging investors to go into production so that we don't export raw materials, I think we should also encourage ourselves to export those raw materials for now until we are sufficiently prepared, okay, to go into agro-allied industries with all the challenges. Like I said, cost of production, insecurity. Having said that, Honorable Minister, I happen to be the chairman ad hoc committee to investigate the anchor borrower scheme of the CBN under the last dispensation. I don't really know, are you going to subsume this anchor borrower scheme under the agri fund, or they are going to run concurrently? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking. Like, I don't know.
After his investigation.
Yeah, well, after my investigation.
Minister,
my investigation.
after his investigation.
I'm sure my investigation will unravel so many things. But I want to believe that we don't need multiplicity of funds. Okay? I want to believe that we don't need multiplicity of funds. We need to harmonize these funds. Because somebody can go to anchor borrower scheme, take loans from there, and turn around to also go and pick money funds from agri funds. So I think we need to harmonize it. There must be a way of harmonizing it. You know, maybe you will respond. Yes. Yeah, I know. Maybe I just want to be sure. Okay, all right, okay. So, having said that, once again, the DG of SEC, as soon as you are cleared, because I want to believe that by the grace of God, you'll be cleared. We'll go into further discussions. With you on so many things that even goes beyond our discussion today. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is very important because just like the MD mentioned, if you are traveling across Nigeria, you see arable lands all over the place, lying fallow. Okay, yet some people continue to claim ownership. The people claiming ownership cannot develop this land. They are not using the land, and they don't want other people who have the resources to make use of those lands. I think there is a need to review our Land Use Act such that individuals or corporate bodies that have the wherewithal can lease those lands for as long as possible, 50 years, 100 years, and use those lands instead of allowing those lands to remain fallow. Secondly, the issue of legislation that has to do with cost of borrowing by those operating in the agricultural sector and also in the solid mineral areas. I think the government needs to institute measures to provide funds, low-cost funds, or interest-free loans to investors in the agricultural sector. We all know the risks associated with agricultural production in Nigeria. So there are so many risks. And as a result of that, normal commercial bank loans are not readily available to most of those investors in the agricultural sector. So the government need to do a lot in that area, provide low cost or interest-free loans to some of these investors in the agricultural sector. That I think is what they tried last time to do with the anchor borrower scheme, but I think it was abused. Okay? I think what they need to do is to refine that scheme so that loans or funds will be made available to those who are really serious about developing agriculture in Nigeria and also to an extent solid minerals. There may have to be a solid mineral fund akin to agricultural fund so that we can grow those two sectors of the economy concurrently.
Thank you.
Okay, then the issue of the nexus between customs and commodities exchange, it is very important. I understand that you have some warehouses all over the place, and which I think you can collaborate with the exchanges, the commodity exchanges, so that they can put those warehouses into use. But you did mention something that as it is now, you don't charge anything. I mean, there's no tariff on export. Okay? But given what we are talking about today, if the commodity exchange is sufficiently developed, you have to charge tariff. There must be tariffs. Because that will be another source of veritable income for the government. Then generally the issue of tax incentives, okay, to especially those in the agro-allied industries. I'm not talking of pure commodities. I'm talking of those in the agro-allied industry. There has to be some form of tax incentives for them, okay, so that at the end of the day, those guys can be encouraged to go into agro-allied industries. Because we have been talking all along about exporting refined items, exporting processed raw material, processed items instead of exporting raw materials. So, but for you to do that, you have to encourage those that will go into that area. That is the agro-allied industry. Thank you very much. And it can readily be done by way of tax incentives. Various sorts of taxes can be instituted to encourage those people to go into that area. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Give it to Anna Jesus.